Afternoon everybody, welcome to a day in the life of me. Another little video I'm putting together for my channel, my series of programs. This one goes fresh off the menu. It's what I call my 1 hour roast. It's not one with all the trimmings, but it's one that you can bang out on this day of rest. It's a wet Sunday afternoon in February. And as I say, yeah, I'll try and bang this out roughly about an hour. Because I like to put my feet up and practice the day of rest that they used to have in the olden days. I like to put my feet up and practice the day of rest that they used to have in the olden days. Obviously. Right, let's get into this. Roasties, mixed cauliflower, broccoli, florets. We're going to clean them up, chuck them in the saucepan, they can go together. Peel some big carrots. I'm going to leave them whole, save time. Me and my two boys, we like them like that anyway, and I'll chuck them in separate roasting tray. So we'll have potatoes on the top, carrots underneath in the oven. Amongst the potatoes, I'm not going to do the part-boiled fluffy, but mixed cauliflower, broccoli, florets. We're going to clean them up, chuck them in the saucepan, they can go together. Peel some big carrots. I'm going to leave them whole, save time. Me and my two boys, we like them like that anyway, and I'll chuck them in separate roasting tray. So we'll have potatoes on the top, carrots underneath in the oven. Amongst the potatoes, I'm not going to do the part-boiled fluffy addition today because obviously it's the 1 hour roast and that's all time consuming, and this is what it's about. It's not really about saving money as much as time. However, the only difference in the price is the cost of the chicken, because I did cheat, and that's all part of my 1 hour roast. I went and purchased myself a cooked chicken from Asda. There's about £1, £2 difference in buying a raw one and cooking it and getting one ready done. I just find that that's a bit of a cheat for me. I'm going to pop 2 onions in with the roast potatoes. It gives it a nice kick. I'm going to put 1 whole garlic, broken down into cloves. I'll also sprinkle these, amongst other things, some seasonings and salts all over the potatoes to give it some lovely flavours. Little sidekick I've got some sweet and creamy root veg mash. I do also have some Yorkshire puddings, ready-made ones. They're still in the freezer. They'll come out later. All topped with one of my specialities that I really am good at, and I do blow my own trumpet when it comes to this. Gravy. Do love a bit of gravy. I make it with a vegetable water, gravy, some stocks, some animal juices. Normally it's a bit of a hit all round for anyone who comes to have dinner with us. So right, let's get started. First things first, I'm going to get peeling these potatoes. Peel these up, and size them up, put them in our roasting tray. We then add chopped up onions, garlic, stuffing, etc, etc, all cooked with some olive oil. I do try and minimise the olive oil for health reasons, don't want to eat unnecessary oils. However, roast potatoes, as anyone knows, it does take a certain amount of oil to make them good, so we don't want those dry funny looking roast potatoes at the end. So, and then once it all gets put out on the plate, along with all the bits of stuffing in the tray, and it crunches up, and then it all congeals eventually with the gravy, and it creates one hell of a flavour, I might add. So yeah, let's get peeling these, and I will take you to the next step of we get the carrots out of the way, then we get the veg out of the way. We put our feet up for half hour while it all does, then we'll come back, knock some gravy together, chuck a few peas in just to fill the plate up, warm that up in the microwave, another little cheat of mine, but it works. Get a nice big dinner at the end of the day. I haven't had to break that much of a sweat, so I'm a busy man, a lot on my plate, but on a Sunday I like to be indoors or out, but a family day, with the kids. And what with the weather, it just worked out lovely to have a nice little roast. Nothing too heavy, nothing too time consuming. Another beautiful beautiful little bit about this 1 hour roast. In the end, I will be left with our plates, knives and forks, 2 baking trays, and 1 saucepan. You know, that's minimal washing up, and I will be getting my little ones to be loading the dishwasher and taking care of the pans. To be fair, on this occasion, that's part of their little role on a Sunday. I buy it, I cook it, we eat it, and take care of that. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough waffle. Let me get on with these, and I'll be back in a moment. Now I've just popped the potatoes in for 5 minutes. A little bit hot there, but as you can see, got my onions, my garlics. Going to go in the pan now with these potatoes. Oil them all up, give them all a turn over. The potatoes went in for about 5 minutes. So yeah, we're 20 minutes into the 1 hour roast. So we're doing all right so far. What I'll do is I'll chop these big fat garlics up a little bit so they spread a bit further. I do find you put these in, they roast lovely. They've got a lovely bit of flavour in amongst the potatoes, you know, once it all amalgamates with the oils, and yeah, puts that little bit of flavour. Get that little bit of extra flavour, you know, turns it from a plain potato to something very tasty. But yeah, as I say, I've got this channel. It's my channel. I'm gonna build it and build it and build it. I've called it day in the life of me. It's basically the umbrella. So, yeah, and with it, sorry, I'm waffling then. I'll get them out of the way. But yeah, as I say, the idea of the umbrella is different programs on my channel. So anything to do with my culinary skills will be down to fresh off the menu. Then I've got another fine job. So there'll be different titles for different aspects of it. If it works, if it expands enough, I'll be putting it onto, you know, individual channels. But for the time being, one channel's fine for me to spread my wings a little bit. So I'll put onion in here. As anyone knows, onion does wilt down. So the more you put in, the tastier it gets. So you can never have enough onion. I love a bit of onion. We drizzle a bit of oil over the top. We put some sage and onion stuffing mix on, drizzle some oil over the top. Then I've got this stuff here. Bought this at Christmas, roast potato seasoning. Just thought I'd try it. Seemed to be quite nice. Put that on, a little bit of salt maybe. It's all about the flavour. I don't generally salt things too much off the bat because it can ruin a dinner, too much salt. If everything's salted, by the time it all builds up on the plate together, it's like a salt bath. So, as I say, I'll do a bit on the potatoes. By the time you get the gravy knocked up, it's generally got enough in it, I think, for my liking. I'm always trying to be health conscious. I'm at that age now. I need some longevity, and you're not going to get it if you keep stacking up on all the bad stuff. So, as I say, I'm at the age, I've had a colourful past, and I want to have a different type of colourful future with lots of colourful, nice foods. So, yeah. But anyway, we're at that stage now. I'll sprinkle a load of this. Very generous as well. I mean, some of it comes out a bit dry, some of it comes out crunchy, but by the time it gets involved with the gravy, you'd be surprised. It makes a dinner, this, I think. Plenty of oil over it, well, not plenty, but enough. I don't like to drown it. I remember years ago, in the old days, when you had a pan full of lard, it was half full, and you used to watch them tip it out and then put the potatoes back in so they could drain down. Yeah, they did taste nice in potatoes, but when you look back, I don't suppose they was that good for you. Nice helping, nice generous helping of olive oil, but it's a nicer oil. And as I say, yeah, if you don't put enough on, they come out sort of like dehydrated and dry looking a little bit. Like they've been under the sunbed a bit too long, and they need a drink. But, as I say, I don't want them swimming. So I'll keep it fine. Just make sure everything's coated. Everything's coated. That's that part done. Get all the little turnover. Give it all the turnover, make sure it's all evenly coated. I do waffle, I must say. I'm learning a lot. As I say, there's a lot to take in with all this photo editing, this, that, the other. Chopping videos up, editing bits. You know, you can't put a big video up, you've got to put it in small sections on certain platforms. So, yeah, it's sort of a big learning curve. But if I can learn it and I can put it together with my skill sets, I've achieved throughout my life. You never know, this could carve a pension for me. It could carve me a nice little pension, so might not, might be a load of rubbish. People might think I waffle on, but as I say, I probably won't waffle on in the near future. Hopefully I'll get the hang of it as I go and as I learn, but there you go, plenty of that. Have a little bit of salt, don't you? Just a little bit. I think there's quite a bit in that potato seasoning, so don't go too many. And I believe there's enough flavour in that. Right, I'm going to pop these in the oven. Make a start on the carrots. Now we're at the stage where potatoes are peeled. Put them in the saucepan, give them a quick wash. Sizing them up, I don't size them spot on because I think it's nice to have different sizes. Some crisp up, some are nice and fluffy inside. So don't do my brains in too much for that. Don't forget, it's the 1 hour roast. It's not off the a la carte menu. So once we've got those in, chuck them in the pan. We get these in. They're going nicely. Start with a little few extra bits and bobs that I like to add that make it, you know, not so plain. With the garlics and the onions and the seasonings and things. So I always like to do a little bit extra as well, because that way, come tomorrow, there's always a little bit something in the fridge to eat, to nibble on, you know, take to work with it maybe. As I say, I live with my 2 sons, sole parent of them, bring them up alone. I've done for the last 9 years now. It's been a long old road, but it's getting easier now. I've got an 18-year-old and a 12-year-old, totally dependent on me, or not so much the 18-year-old now, because he now works for me, doing carpentry and stuff and shop fitting, which is lovely to see. He's doing very well. So now, yeah, there's your roast potatoes. As I say, we've got them in the pan, we've got them sized up. The oven's on, I've put it on full wax to heat right up for the moment. The reason I put it up full wax is because I like to pop the potatoes in quickly now while I chop up a bit of seasoning. And what they'll do is they'll dry out, so then when I tip the oil all over them, they soak it up lovely and they go nice and crispy. So quickly bang a couple of onions out, and the garlic, we get that ready so we can get all the potatoes on. I'm about 15 minutes in now, so as I say, the main thing is the potatoes. The carrots follow. Veg doesn't take that long, to be fair. And obviously the final bit is the gravy, so I'll say it's just a little, not forgetting it's the 1 hour roast. So thereabouts, don't hold me to it. If it goes a bit over, it depends, especially now I'm branching out into this online stuff, as I say. All this videoing and talking and commentary, as I say, it's a new thing for me. I've worked all my life, as I say, I've brought my children up alone, I've paid my mortgage, I took them away. They've not gone without anything, these boys, but it's been a hard slog. It's easing up now. I'm getting to this age now where I suddenly thought, I haven't even got a pension lined up. I've worked all my life, I've paid for this house, and in the event of my legs giving up on me or something, I'm going to end up buggered. You know, what with a state pension, the way things are going in the world with all the changes, it's a bit of a dodgy area. So I thought to myself, I better pull something out of the bag. So here I am, building this channel. The channel is actually called A Day in the Life of Me, the umbrella brand. And the reason I called it the umbrella brand is because I'm a man of many talents. I'm a carpenter, I'm a site manager. I grew and owned my own business, all whilst bringing up my children. Bought my mortgage. I'm now branching out into this online world because it seems like this is where the niche is at. So yes, my next venture. Hopefully I do alright in it. I can build it up over the next few years. I mean, there's going to be lots of different takes. A lot of it to do with my work, a lot of it to do with my home life, you know, DIY sections. I've got a renovating an old classic mini pickup truck. I'm going to be doing videos and reels on that, along with cooking, along with fitting out big brand shops and building works, DIY projects at home, you know, the garden renovations and things. So keep posted. I'm going to keep posting. If you can keep watching, I'd appreciate that. That'd be great. You know, you can like and subscribe if you fancy. Might bore the pants off you, I don't know, but it'd be nice to have a chance. So as I say, I am a bit of a good all-rounder. I'm good in the kitchen, I like to think. I never have any complaints with my foods. You know, I've been very successful in my work life, and the way my kids are turning out, I've been a very successful parent. So as I say, it's been hard. It's not over yet. But today, let's focus on this roast. It's enough about me. As I say, if you like and subscribe, you'll get to see more. You lucky lot. Right, we're making good progress now. Oops, daisy. Got the broccoli, cauliflower. There wasn't much cauliflower, to be honest with you. It was quite a bit bruised and brown, so I've just done away with a lot of it. I was going to put a little complaint into Asda's about that, I think. But anyway, no more moaning. A little trick my nan taught me. A bit of bicarbonate soda, granules. Sprinkle a bit of that in, I don't know, about a teaspoonful. And what that does is when that cooks, it keeps that lovely green flavour going. So they look fresh and lovely. They don't look dark green, or, you know, they keep it lovely. So what I'll do is I'll set that on the side now for the next 10 minutes. Ready to go, ready to be put on boil. And it's just sit back now. So as I say, when I say an hour roast, that's takes a bit longer, but in actual fact I'm on my feet about an hour by the time I dish it up. Now generally I'll sit down, as I say. I've got that to pop in the microwave. I'll probably stick the peas in the microwave as well, to be honest with you, because it just speeds things up. I've got to carve the chicken up shortly, knock the gravy up, and we're on the money. As I say, there's not much really to say. It's just a bit of a waiting game now, so I'm just going to go and put my feet up for 5 minutes, and I will continue. Right, we're into the carrots now. Carrots have been in about 5 minutes or so. So yeah, we're pushing half hour now. So this may go slightly over, but as I say, what with this filming and whatnot, it's all quite a new thing for me. So I don't mind if it goes slightly over. I mean, let's face it, when they do it on the telly, it's never bang on, is it? And they've got loads of people helping, so I'm not going to worry. But yeah, it's all new to me, this filming stuff. Feels a bit weird, you know. Something I think you suppose you have to just get used to. I mean, I'm alright talking. I'm not probably going to talk on all my videos. I mean, this cooking one, I will explain what I do, why I do it, how I like things. But, you know, I do, obviously not that one, but I do try and size them up to the same sort of thicknesses, because these carrots are now peeled, ready to go in the next baking tray. I'll chuck all those in. Again, actually, give them a quick rinse. Quickly rinse them off. Right, rinsed them all off. Drizzle a load of oil over these so they bake. I'll pull them out in a minute and I'll give them a swirl about because they're a bit wet, so let the water dry off and then I'll give them a little shake about. But what I do with these is right towards the end, I pull them out the oven, drizzle honey over them all, and I sprinkle a bit of thyme or something over, and yeah, they come out beautiful. Comes out beautiful. It's just a different way of doing them. I mean, I always used to boil them, but again, it's just, I'm light in the oven, I might as well make use of it. So, and it keeps the hob free. So, right, where are we at now? Push that, pull that there. Here's my trusty old saucepan. Pop the saucepan there. Now to start on those. Get the old florets tidied up. I generally just go through them. Depends on where you get them from. Some shops doesn't happen, as does it generally does, but you get a few dry ends or brown bits. So I quickly bash through that, cut off any dodgy looking bits. I'm feeding my babies those, do I? So, right, I'm going to chop on with these. I'll see you in 5. Right, here we are, back again. Now, roast potatoes coming on a treat, as are the carrots. I'm going to get this chicken. It looks slightly done on the top, but never mind, I'll have that bit. Can't win them all, it was the only one that was there. Now, in that bottom of that bag, there is loads of lovely juice, which will be going straight in my gravy pot. I'll put the chicken here. The dog loves this bit, I tell you. Look at that skin though. A bit heavy that, isn't it? Never mind, skin's bad for you, as nice as it is. So, what I'll do is I'll carve this up quickly. Obviously you've seen loads of chickens carved up, nothing special, but it's all just content for me. Listen, all I'm doing, I'm trying something out. It might not work, you might bore the pants off you. You might watch just to hear what other stupid things I say. You know, you might even find it amusing. Who knows? But what I do know is I'm having a go at something. I need a pension. That's the bottom line. I've got no pension lined up, and if this can generate me a few quid on my TV channel, then I've served the purpose that I wanted. Right, so what I'm now going to do, I'm going to stick this over there. That'll do. We've all got a bit of chicken each. I'll chop the dog up some in a bit. I've got the veg on. I'll put that cauliflower and broccoli on. That's boiling away. I'll bring it over when I make my gravy. The thing is, I've only just started this, so I haven't got a tripod yet, so it's all in the post. But I've got the camera set up there. I'll bring it over. I've got a pan over here with some Yorkshires in, ready-made Yorkshires, frozen, lovely jubbly. 2 of them each, so there's 6 in the pan, ready to go. I'll drop them on top of the roast potatoes right in the last sort of like 5-10 minutes. Save washing up more stuff. Punch a few holes in that. Like I say, so that can go in the microwave, as can the peas. I'll lid on. Your odds and sods to go in with the gravy, i.e. the juice, stock pots, always a winner, and the granules. They do an extensive one at Asda's, but as I say, there's not a lot in it, to be honest with you. And as I always seem to flavour my own gravy and put odds and sods in, it doesn't make that much of a difference. So, as we say, let me get these carrots, let me just rinse my hands, get this fat off of it. We'll get the carrots out, give them a roll around. We'll get the potatoes out, give them a turn over. We're about 45 minutes in now, so it's going to run over a bit, as I say. I normally bang it out in around about an hour, give or take. What with all this filming and trying to keep the area clear, and you know, it's taking a little bit longer, but I'm not worried. You know, roasting an hour and a bit. I'm probably not going to talk as much in all my videos. I'm just finding my feet. I'm finding out what, you know, it's the first time I've ever done a video like this. Never done it before. I might not do it again. I might literally just There you go, there's the carrots. I might just stay silent, put some music and some text over it, but I thought I'd have a little go at chatting, have a little practice, see where it gets me. So, carrots are on the go, still quite hard, like another 15 minutes or so. Roasties are getting there. Get my old spatula. Give all them a turn over. Look at that, look, all the onions, all the stuff, and it's all in there. Look at that, all flavouring itself up. You can't beat a roast. I love roast potatoes. I actually love roast potatoes. And what I always do is make plenty, so then that way, later on I can have a little pick. Tomorrow might be a few, you know, that I can either chuck in the air fryer or something, or... Oh, God. Yeah, look at that, look, the garlic, the onion, all in there, nothing sticking, it's all coated up, lovely. I'll pop them back in the oven, the potatoes, as I say, yeah, they're all soft, they're on the go. They need to just crisp up now. Time they're crisped up, carrots will be done. I'll whip the carrots up, put some honey and some thyme over the top of them, pop them back in for 5. Pop the potatoes back in with the Yorkshires on. Meat's done. It's just divided in a bit of microwaving. So we're on the money. I reckon it's going to go over by about 10 minutes. Not going to lie, but as I say, if you counteract the video in, we're all good. Right, as I was saying, on the old broccoli and cauliflower. See those lovely colour greens? Yeah, stick the biocarbs in there, and that gives them a lovely colour. The meat's all served up now. Dog's had her a bit, she loves it. Just going to put the peas in, microwave them, another 5 minutes or so. I'm going to put the Yorkshires in. We're about an hour and 5 minutes over schedule at the moment. Like I say, probably by the time I pour the gravy on, be an hour and 20 minutes. But I can live with that, as I say. This is all new to me. Not always going to guarantee get my lovely talking throughout my videos. As I say, it's my first one. I might listen back and think, oh my God, I don't know. But I might also think, just put a text over it. I may talk, I may not. I may edit it. As I say, it's all learning curve for me. It's a new thing. I'm doing my best. That's all you can do. If it's not good enough, you might listen and think, what a load of rubbish. You might listen and think, it's funny. You might look and see my potatoes in a minute and think, well, it was worth watching just to see those. See those because they look good or they don't. You know, everyone has an opinion. You know, I just don't. Whatever it isn't bad. You know, even if I bored you, at least you've sat there and watched it. At least I've had a go. So, right, I'll shoot off for 5 minutes. Just waiting for the potatoes and carrots to be done. Really, and I'll start dishing up bits and bobs. I'll switch off for 5 while I pop the peas in and stuff. Get the microwave going and. Start dishing up the veg. Right, here we are, we're on the money. Time to get these bad boys out of the oven. It's over 25 minutes now, so I'm alright with that. People to enjoying their day. Here's my potatoes. Ready to go. Let's get some of these bad boys out to play. Potatoes. They could have done with a bit longer, to be fair, but I was running out of time. There you go, the onion, garlic, stuffing. Big potatoes. See, that's the thing. Normally I do chop them up slightly smaller, hence they cook a bit quicker. But anyway, that's that. Excuse the fingers, boys. Yorkshires. Look at that, and a big tray of potatoes left over. I'll be snacking out when I eat them tomorrow. I've also got some leftover chicken, some leftover carrots, some leftover broccoli, some leftover gravy in the def. So you know what's coming. It'll be a a mini roast for lunch tomorrow. Now I don't think the boys are too keen on this root veg, swede and carrot and stuff, but I like it and it's not bad for them. So it won't hurt them. They can moan all day. Right, so here we are. Set the greens out, set the meat out. Look, lovely green water. This will probably froth up because it's hang on a minute, let me get my back. It's only burning the worktop. Quite often froths up, that's the bicarbs, but it thickens the gravy. Quite good actually. Alright, I've put the peas in, they're out now. I've just stuck the root veg in, so that's out. I may do away with the voice, I don't know. I'm sick of my own voice sometimes. Alright, so a bit of stock, let's get rid of this juice. This is all started going now. Turned into a lovely jelly, look, as you can see. See that jelly? That is the secret to good gravy, I tell you. Pop that in there. Give it all a whisk up. Get it moving. Get them stock cubes going. Oh, look like they've disappeared. Before it cools down too much, just get some gravy going. Chances are it might froth up a bit. I took it off the boil. They're alright. And now, gravy's on. 1 minute 15, I think, something like that. 1 minute 20 now. Right. I wouldn't have won any competitions, but you know, the food will taste nice, and I've got some viewing. Whether good or bad, I've got some viewing. That's what it all boils down to. No, it can't be bad from a first attempt either. Literally, I decided last night that I'm going to have a go at this, so here I am, following day. My next video is probably not going to be a cooking one, to be fair. I've got lots and lots and lots of building work that I've done in the past, so I'm going to be displaying quite a lot of that in photo edits. I've done some interesting things, so it'd be nice to share and get it out there. So you might get a few likes, a few subscribes, a few laughs, a few bad comments probably, but I'm quite thick-skinned. As long as I'm getting some attention, that's the main thing. But anyway, there's my gravy. Looks like gravy. It smells like gravy. I reckon it's gravy. Right, let me put that over there. Literally, the carrots are almost done. With the carrots and the potatoes, I had the oven up full blast, as high as it'd go. I then turned it down to about 200. 200 degrees. It's a fan assisted oven I'm using. So I'll put that on for 200. I'm just quickly going to pop these Yorkshires in on top of the potatoes. Right, that's the Yorkshires in on top of the spuds. Have a little look at these bad boys. These roasted carrots. Beautiful. I like doing them like this. I'll put it there for a sec. Pull them up out of the oil. Give them a minute to dry. Give them a minute to dry, and then I'll be adding a bit of honey. I'll be adding some honey. Some honey and some thyme. because we haven't got much time left. I'm already, it's over an hour and 20 now, so weren't quite true to the hour, but as I say, I could tell some fibs, no point, it is what it is. That's a lovely dinner on its way, so drizzle a little bit of honey over. These little finishing touches I find, attention to detail, very important in life, that is, very important. I'll put a little bit of this thyme stuff on, my boys aren't too keen on that, but I think it makes it look nice. Looks nice, looks professional, maybe not Gordon Ramsay, but you know, never know. Right, I'll turn this off by about in 5. We should be ready to dish up the spuds, the rest of the veg, pour the gravy on, maybe over and out. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening editing, mussing about, trying to create some sort of a video out of my footage. Final thing, peas. Excuse the fingers, boys. There we go, got the peas. Lash into lovely gravy. That's my favourite. This is my favourite part because I sit down, I'll eat this, I'll kick back, put the telly on, a little play online. Kids have got a little job each now, just to do a bit of tidying up after the event. I'm no sous chef. No, it's my first attempt. I'm just a dad chef, that's what I am. But as I say, I do know how to do a